Hello and happy new year. In this video, I will be sharing with you 4 different ways you can get ready for curating your best life in 2022. We will be just planning for an amazing new year, curating our best life for 2022. Okay, and to start off, I think it's very important to have the right mindset. Someone recently shared this verse of scriptures with me from Hosea 14, I think verse 2, and it was focused on saying, encouraging people to carry words with them and turn it to the Lord. So whether it is through prayer, you get it from through inspiration from seeing others, or just life in general, there are stuff that we should have in mind as we go into this year, either for our goals or just personal upliftment, or having just set thought processes that will help us go through this new year. Resilient mindset is very important, especially in our times, because we've seen the pandemic happen, we've seen another wave trying to loom around, and just having that mindset that no matter what happens, I'm not going to relent. I'm going to depend on God to just push on. It's very good. So resilient mindset is definitely a good one. Someone gave an analogy, and I'd like to repeat it, is that when a baby is walking, it doesn't matter the amount of time they fall or anything, they always keep on rising, trying to get it right, trying to walk around. So don't beat yourself up if you kind of hit a roadblock, mess up a bit. It's important to just recuperate and then continue. The third mindset I believe is important for 2022 is probably the most important, and it's dependency on God, in that whatever you're trying to do, whatever ideas you have, run it by God through prayers initially. As you're doing it, run it by God. When you finish, just wrap it up in God. Everything through prayers and seeking God's approval before you do it. So once we have these 3 mindsets and more that you can seek the word for, then I feel like you'll be able to lean on those things back when the struggles come, or things attack us, and try to dampen our spirit in this new year. Yeah. To fully appreciate our lives here on earth, it's important to count our days, and God encourages us to do that in the Bible multiple times. But when we count our days, not just counting, okay, January 1st, January 2nd, January 3rd, January 4th, but to really have a set plan or guiding principles on what to work towards, and always committing those plans to God's hand, because man can devise whatever plan, but it's God that takes control. So, but in coming into this new year, one of the first things I want to encourage you to do is to strengthen your relationship with God, because it's God's wisdom and knowledge and faith that will help us to see each new day as a building block, each new day as a building block to something better, to something greater. Okay, so we're going to start with a 4-step guide to planning for the year. This was offered by Jamie Grace on her podcast. So the first thing is to write a list of your year's accomplishments. You don't have to share, just write down what you're proud of, what you couldn't believe occurred, and yeah. Secondly, set 5 goals that you feel are out of reach, but they make you feel excited. Not too out of reach, but you don't really feel like you can get it, even though there are resources around to help you get there. And then you set 5 that you can actually accomplish ASAP. You just need to put the plan out and get started on. Thirdly, set 1 practical goal for the month. You can have an overview at each month of the year and set 1, or just simply start with January. What is 1 goal you want to accomplish in this month? And last but not the least, set practical daily goals. These can be more miniature habits and stuff that you want to implement, like stretching, doing your devotionals every day, calling someone, or praying in the night, or stuff like that. That's all. Quick and easy. Next is a set of journal prompts offered by Caitlin from Caitlin's Corner. How has my life changed the last year? How have I made myself proud in 2021? How did I spend my free time? Is there anything I'd like to change? What are my interests? How do the different relationships in my life serve me? Which do I need to let go of? Which do I need to strengthen? So take your time to reflect on these questions and answer them accordingly. Another good exercise to add to this is to brain dump. So put your name in the center of a page, and so have it like this: your name in 2022 in the center of a page, and then start drawing arrows from your name that signify different life buckets with different headings like health, finance, creativity, anything you want, and just start jotting down things you hope to achieve in the different areas of your life. Now we're on to the intermediary planning style. First, list your highs and lows of 2021, lessons you learned, your favorite experience, just your takeaways from the year. The next, think of the different areas or buckets of your life. As I mentioned earlier, your health, finances, spiritual life, career or academics, relationships, creativity, and decide on how you'd like to change in them. If you don't want to change, well, that's alright, but it's clearly stated. Then, write one or two specifics and place measurable metrics on how you'd like to change them. And put the actual steps, like the actionables. What are you going to do to change or improve in this aspect of your academics, of your finances? What are the steps you're going to take? The simplest of steps is the best way to start. Then you break down and search what will be really required of you, and then add a time frame. So for example, finances, I want to save $100 by every month, by the end of the month. What does that require? $5 a week, $20 bi-weekly, whatever that would look like for you. You break it down and use that principle in all the other aspects. Then encourage yourself, set dates and calendars to review weekly and monthly, so that you don't just write them and forget about them until December 2022. After having the Artist of Life Workbook by Lavendaire on my wish list for like forever, okay, let me stop, 2 years, I finally got the physical copy this year. And as I unbox it, I want to share with you some high-level prompts to help you plan for the year. You don't have to get the book, as I didn't for like 2 years, but use some of these prompts. Simply answering them in a notebook is good enough, and dedicate that notebook to your goals and visions, and which you will review throughout the year. Okay, so let's start reviewing 2021 with these prompts. Okay, so especially in the new year, I know we're quick to say out with the old, in with the new, and all those energy, but in the crossover service that we had in my church, the minister was like, not all every old thing is like bad. Like you can have a old house, but instead of like abandon it, you renovate it, right? We could possibly, get new bodies, but instead of that, we could easily make our current body healthier, right? And so that's what reviewing the past year helps you to do. It helps you to settle down, look back at the year, what worked, what didn't work, what do you want to carry into this new year, habits, routines that you want to carry that helped you, what do you want to drop that weren't helping you in any way. So help you identify that, and then when you start planning for the new year, you really have like something to work on. You already have a foundation. You're already like, okay, this is what I want to do, and that's how I'm going to work on it. And it also actually helps to ground you, as opposed to just working off of out with the old, in with the new, and then you start new stuff. Then eventually you get tired of them and forget about everything by the end of January, and you haven't really improved. So take the time to review. I hope you took a screenshot. Now let's get into 2022 planning. Answer this prompt. My theme for 2022 is: what can I do to embody my theme for this year? How do I want to feel this year? How do I want to evolve? What do I want to release? Now let's dig deeper into who we are. My values. What matters the most to me? My passions. What do I get excited about? My strengths. What am I really good at? My motivations. What drives or inspires me? What is success according to my definition? And what does a fulfilling life look like for me? What is the grand vision for my life beyond 2022? And what are my main goals for 2022? What ideal habits do I want to adopt? Why do I want to adopt them? What are habits I want to break? Why do I want to break them? How can I break them? Looking deeper into my goals for 2022, how can I divide these into quarterly goals? Thinking of my health, my finances, my personal growth, my home or living space. What are some bucket lists of big and small activities I want to get done this year? How will I stay committed? Why are these goals important to me? How will I continue the course even when I happen to fall off track? How can I be kinder to myself and move at a balanced pace while achieving my goals? And that's all, folks, for the first video in the series going on 22 with Yumbaka. I hope those questions, those prompts helped you to start putting together plans for your goals and improving yourself in this new year. Again, commit them into God's hand and He will help you, okay? So never stop curating your best life. Until the next video, we're going to a different sphere of planning, a different bucket, and I hope you stay tuned. Also, comment below something, your favorite part, what question you're going to use, what section you're going to use mostly. Comment Happy New Year to me. Just say something. All right, bye.